So, food is a very emotional concept in our house. It's always been that way. There's a sacred dimension to it too because I treats the kitchen like her temple and food her god. So we all sort of grew up eating absolutely everything and having no preferences when it comes to food, but also really appreciating what it means to cook for someone and fill their belly. My brother, naturally a huge foodie, continues the legacy in his own circles and in his own ways in the US. And as I now turn older, I can see how my mother's love language of cooking has slowly become mine too. Initially, I was very hesitant. I had grown up seeing my mother slog in the kitchen for hours together. I did not want to be the same. But I gave in when time spent with her in the kitchen became a way for me to understand her better, for me to see her in ways I had never seen her before. So while we separate the stems of methi and palak together, she recalls her own childhood and all the ways Panjayaji made cooking a celebration. When my brother was younger, I tells me, she would put a harmless tapeworm on his arm to get him to sit down and eat. 30 years later, there's a sparkle in his eyes and a smile on his face only ice food can bring. There is discipline and devotion in how she spends her time in the kitchen. So the fridge and the pantry are always stocked, and no matter how many people show up unannounced and at what time, they will never leave without a plate of warm food. There are values here that she has taught us in very implicit ways. Hospitality, for example, which in Marathi is called agatya, and the idea that everyone needs and deserves food to be okay. It is the way to people's hearts and their health. Now I try to imitate her cooking in every way possible. I chop my coriander the way she does. I put tadka the way she does. I stir my upma and pohe the way she does. I know that when I'm much older and have a house of my own, this is who I want to be. Someone you can go to with the knowledge that you will be fed, you will have a home, and that home will always offer comfort, especially through food. I'm grateful that there's a legacy of love, of labor, of belongingness, and of togetherness. And I'm grateful that I get to be the one to carry it forward.